What's going on, guys? It's your boy Toxsik back with another video, and as you guys can see, we're bringing you guys another similar video as our last one. Last time we went over the shooting badges, our tier list for shooting badges, the most effective shooting badges and our rankings for those badges. Today we're gonna be doing playmaking badges. So same concept, we're gonna sit here and rank what we find to be the best playmaking badges to have on your build. Obviously, guys, this is gonna vary a little bit, you know, depending on your position and your archetype, but you'll get the general idea of what we see as like some of the most important ones compared to some of the trash ones. So again, today I got my boy Greens with me. He was with me with the shooting badge video, so he's here today to help us as well with the playmaking badge. If you guys don't know Greens, Eyeball Greens, Hoodie Tie X on Twitter, one of the best stage guards on Xbox, one of the top pro-am prospects in the game as well. You know, if you guys don't know Greens, make sure to check him out. I'll leave his information in the or in the description below for you guys can check him out as well. So let's get right into it. So S tier, you want to do the same thing, Green? Start with S tier, move down to A, B, C, D. All right, so S tier, first badge. This is going to be the #1 go-to badge, the first badge that you're going to want on Hall of Fame, basically. Again, Greens is one of the best guards in the game, so he's going to give you guys more of his opinion from a guard standpoint, but we'll also kind of put, you know, into consideration every build as well. So for you, Greens, what do you think is the #1 playmaking badge?
For all my guards, I think we all know we gotta have quick first step. That's 1000% the best playmaking badge in the game, top 2 at least,
Yeah,
arguably. So definitely want to have that. For a point guard, you need to have this as high as you can have it. I believe just on any build, honestly,
yeah,
any build, honestly, I believe you
yeah.
need to
Because
have this high as
this
you
is like one
can.
of the playmaking badges that I even like max out on like my popper right away. Like I think
Yeah,
I
so
got
like
this on like silver or gold.
this is a badge I definitely think that you need to have this as high as you can on any type of build. So this is in general, like if every build, S tier badge.
Yep, agreed. I agree. Definitely a badge that's going to be really effective. As soon as you put this badge on, you can notice the difference on your player. So 100% agree here. #1 badge for playmaking. We're gonna go quick first step. So moving on, what do you think is another S tier playmaking badge?
I think it's fair to say unpluckable, right? We've all
Yeah,
played this game. So you get back tapped, you
yeah.
get plucked, motherfuckers
Now,
run behind you on
what do you get
purpose. Like
unpluckable on your build?
my build, I actually recently made a new build. I get it Hall of Fame now,
Have you
but my
tested it
old
on
build,
Hall of Fame yet?
I have.
And did you feel a big
Um,
difference?
it's not a crazy difference. It's definitely a difference, but it's nothing like where it's like everybody go make this new build. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, like you're oh my god, you're not gonna
So
get plucked. Like you're still gonna
right,
get plucked,
yeah,
but
it's still you're still gonna get plucked,
the
but
rate is probably a little bit lower.
it's definitely lower for sure. I've played on both. I don't get ripped. I honestly barely get ripped with gold, but it obviously happens. You'll get the little bullshit plucks.
Right.
But Hall of Fame, I really rarely get plucked. You'll get plucked maybe. That's just how the game is. You'll get
Yeah.
plucked eventually.
Yep. I
But
agree.
my general standpoint, the way I look at this, I think you need to have this at least gold. At
Yep.
least gold. No less than gold as
As a
a
ball
point guard.
handler. Yeah. Even like your other
If
builds,
you're
like
a
a center, like I think I max this out. I think I get it like silver.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
Um,
if you're an inside center or outside center popper,
like
power forward,
they're gonna
lockdown,
spam you like crazy.
you need at least silver or
Yeah.
bronze. Bronze is probably okay
Yep.
too.
I agree.
Like locks, I would say bronze. Centers, I'd probably say silver.
Yeah. So really, like guys, like base it on how much you feel like you have the ball in your hands, right? Like obviously, if you feel like if you're a main ball handler, you need to have this as high as possible. If you're someone who's like a secondary, when I mean secondary, I mean more of like let's say a center build or like a power forward build who gets a rebound, like you're bringing the ball down court like on a fast break or something like that. Then I think like you don't need to stress on it having like Hall of Fame. Like you don't like even though you can't get it there anyways unless you made a fucking wild build. Like you max it out to like a silver, right? And then like for your locks again, like Green said, like bronze, silver, like in that same sort of category. But for your sharps and like your secondary ball handlers and your point guards, it's definitely gonna be like a Hall of Fame gold badge for sure. So moving on, any more S tiers?
Yeah, I actually think there's a lot of S tier badges this
Hmm.
year in terms of playmaking. So here, I like killer combos here.
Killer combos.
I think
I'll let you explain that one because that's not that ain't in my forte.
so. All my point guards out here, um, if y'all obviously played other two cases. This is tight handles. Like this is the same
Okay.
exact thing as tight handles. So you get the stuns off of moves. This is definitely a S tier badge for a point guard. You need this for a point guard and a shooting guard as high as you can get it. So I would say like for a shooting guard and for a point guard, you definitely need it at least gold.
Yep.
So I get my new build gets Hall of Fame unpluckable and killer combos, but a majority of everybody else's build, everybody gets gold. So at least gold for
Yep.
sure.
Yep. Okay, so moving forward, S tier. Now remember too, like if you feel like a badge is like borderline S tier, like let's put it on A. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So okay, so we have quick first step, unpluggable, killer combos, and now what's another one that you think is an S tier
Handles for
badge?
days.
Handles for days.
Handles
Yeah, I
for
was gonna
days.
say that as well. Especially again, like for you main guards, you main ball handlers, like these are like you have to have these as high as you can go.
And to touch up a little bit on killer combos before too, this isn't like a badge you really need on anything else besides guards, by
Yeah,
the way.
agreed.
So just to point that out.
Yeah. So handles for days. Obviously, like you guys know, it correct me if I'm wrong, but like it's the same as like years past. Like it's
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
concept,
Just let
same
you over
effectiveness.
dribble.
Right.
It
So
lets you dribble a lot.
especially you guards that
That
want to
was just
dribble and
yeah.
like you guys like to combo up, like it's the badge that you're gonna want to have on as
And
high
how
as
the spam
possible.
is in this game, you definitely want to have
Yep.
this up high.
100%. All right. So moving forward, any more S tiers? Do you think?
No, I believe that's it.
Okay. So A tier. I'm gonna give a suggestion here for A tier. I don't think this is one that's important for guards, but as a big and as a lock and someone that like when I get boards all the time, I like vice grip. Um, I don't know what your opinion on that is, Greens. If you've heard
No,
differently
I
from
like
like
this
your
badge.
bigs, like playing with Day Fry and Dini, like
No, I like
I
this
hate
badge.
getting rebounds, getting plucked, bro. Like I hate that, and I
I
feel like
generally
this
don't know
takes it away.
what my power forwards or anybody has it on, but I know me when the game first came out and I was getting inbound plucked, I had this badge on half and I
Yeah,
didn't get plucked.
yeah. I
Like
will
getting the
say,
ball
like
in
on
on the
my
inbound,
popper
losing the
build,
ball.
I max it out, and I can definitely feel the difference of like getting a board and getting plucked right away, and then having this maxed out. They usually end up calling like a foul call or something.
Yeah, I can agree with this being an S tier badge for like players with low ball control or ball handle.
Yep.
Just for you to prevent getting plucked from like getting
Right.
rebounds or like throwing ball inbound.
Right. Right. All right. So we're gonna put vice grip for our first A tier badge. Moving on into A tiers. What other badge do you feel like joins vice grip in that A tier category?
Uh, I like Bell out here,
Bailout,
honestly. Yeah, I like Bell out here.
especially
The
for
good thing,
guards.
the good
I
thing
feel
with
like
this badge needs to be bronze. No more than bronze for any build.
yeah, because
No
like
more than
it doesn't
bronze.
get like better really as you
But
go
the reason
higher.
why I have this such as a high tier is just because this is a necessity for every single build. No matter what, you need to
Right.
have this
I will
Bell
say
out
too,
bronze.
like for guards, I feel like it's really good too because like with fading and like people shading and helping, if someone over helps when you're going for a fade, you can bail out to the corner and like you see a lot of times like people get open threes off that.
Right.
So like I definitely agree with him there.
Same thing
Um,
with like the bigs. Like when you're inside center, you want to go up in the paint. You gotta get
and
like a
you can
pump
just throw
fake.
out, yeah.
You go up in the paint. Somebody drops late. You can just bail it out.
Yep.
No penalty.
Yep.
Definitely need it. Just bronze. That's all
Yep.
you need it on. No
I
more than
agree.
bronze.
I agree. So okay, moving on. Any other badges that we feel like join in that A tier category?
Um, let's see.
Clamp breaker, maybe? I don't use clamp
No,
breaker, so like
I use Clan Breaker, but I don't believe it's an A tier badge.
okay.
But it's borderline A tier. So like I would say we can go ahead to the B tier and put that as our first B tier badge.
So okay, so you don't think any other ones? So we'll move straight to
No.
B. All right, so B, we're gonna start off like you said, clamp breaker. So I don't use clamp breaker green. So if you do use it, I'll let you explain a little bit of it.
So Clan Breaker is just to increase the chance of blow bys. So like
Okay.
if somebody's just like pressing up on you crazy and you just kind of push through them, you get blow bys. Me using this badge on Go, like it's not really a necessity. It's a cool badge. You're not gonna get blow bys like OD as much as
Yep.
you might think you would on Gold. So I'll probably say like the threshold for this is Hall of Fame. Honestly, like if you can't get it on Hall of Fame, I probably wouldn't use it at all.
Yeah, and
But
I think it's another badge that kind of falls in that like that play style category, right? Like
right,
you're
like
a
if you're a
three
rim
hunting
runner,
guard, where like if you're like a straight rim runner, like maybe a 5-out guy, like I could see it being a little bit
for
more
sure, S
effective.
tier badge for like a 5-out guy. 5-out guy, this is definitely a S tier badge.
Yeah, if you're a bigger
Uh,
guard who like you rim run a lot, like you ISO, like I definitely think it's a badge that might be looked at a little bit more effective outside of like a place out like Greens, who's more of a dribbler, 300 with this. You know, he'll obviously rim run, but his main goal isn't like he's looking to get threes. So again, I think it's a badge that falls in like that play style category, like we were talking about before. So
So I have a better understanding of this too. Y'all, this is what I'll say. Killer combos is my S tier badge because of my playstyle. I
right,
300 a lot, so I want to get the stun so I can get fades off. But if you are more of a rim runner, you flip these two. So if you're more of a rim runner
right,
and you like to get to the paint, you're a slasher. Your S tier badge would be Clan Breaker, and your B tier badge would be Killer Combos or A tier.
yeah,
Like I
or A
believe
tier. Yeah, I
Killer
was gonna
Combo.
say
Killer
too.
Combos still works. So yeah, that
You're still
definitely is an
gonna
A
want to
tier badge
dribble
for
and
me.
like do certain things, so like it still falls in line. Like I definitely agree with you there. So all right, so moving on with B tier. Do you think any other ones join Clamp Breaker in B tier?
Hyperdrive.
Hyperdrive. Okay.
Yes. So Hyperdrive. This is another guard badge. I don't believe like you really need this badge on anything else.
Well, I saw a
Listen.
video actually of Steez. If you guys don't know Steez, 2K League player for the Brooklyn Nets, plays power forward. Has played 5 years in the 2K League, played for the Sixers as well. He was saying that he felt a difference putting this on his power forward when it came to like movement, like off the catch. I don't know how much he's
Okay.
correct there,
No,
or
he might be right because this badge is for pretty much any type of like rim running movement. So like you just running up the court or you running up anywhere. This puts you, you know what I mean?
right,
This gives you like an extra speed boost. So running up the court, hyperdrive is definitely going to be the badge. You're going to just have a crazy speed boost. And
right,
think about this, they kind of go hand in hand with a clamp breaker, you know? So
yep,
like you're running up the court, you're going to get a clamp breaker, and now
yep,
you're just going to dust your defender, you know what I
yep,
mean?
yep. I agree. Yeah,
So
it's a
definitely
badge
a B
that
tier
I think
badge.
like even with my center build, that I think I get it on like silver. I think I put it like silver just to have it like be a little bit of effective if I need to use it. So
And for guards, I think the threshold here is at least gold. If you're not gonna have it like Hall of Fame, or if you're not gonna have it Hall of Fame, have it gold. And if you're not gonna have it gold, I probably wouldn't use it at all,
right,
honestly.
agreed. So moving on with B tier, any other badges that we feel fall in this category, or do we move on to C?
Mm, I like one more badge here. I like Needle
Here.
Threader here.
Yep, I like that, especially for
I like
guards.
Needle Threader here. For guards, no, honestly, every build this
Yeah,
year,
you are. I was
honestly.
gonna say you are right.
Because if you put on the LeBron pass style, y'all, if y'all have a 75 plus, I believe it's pass accuracy, you can get LeBron pass style. LeBron and LaMelo Ball, those are the two best. And y'all throw on Needle Threader, y'all will get a stun a majority of the times that you make passes. So you'll stun the
That's
defender, and
right.
it just kind of makes it easier to
And
score
that's
or
new
to
this
shoot the
year.
ball.
Like the whole like stunning someone off a pass, like off a dot. I've seen that. It's actually happened to me a couple times. Like kind of ball watching, trying to play like the lane, and they throw a pass, and yeah, I get like that.
Players just stuck. You're
Yeah,
just in
you're
no
just
man's
stuck.
land, so
So
free three.
yeah, so I do agree there. I like that as well. So all right, moving on. Is that it for B? Are we going into C now? What do
Yeah,
you think?
we can go on the C. We can go on the C.
All right, so moving into C tier. What do you think we start off C tier with?
Um, this is
How
difficult here
effective like do you
because
feel like break starter is this year? Like for bigs, I mean obviously not guards, but like
oh
for you power
for bigs
forwards and centers, like
for
do you think that's a
for
B
bigs
tier?
for bigs no for bigs this is a S tier. This is a S tier badge for bigs. Um,
So in the grand scheme of the category, like where would you do you
for the
think
grand
it?
scheme of the
Yeah,
category,
do
I
you
would
think
probably
it
put this
falls into
C.
like
This
a
is a C
C?
tier.
Yeah,
This
I
is
would
a C
say
tier
this is
badge.
like a, in my
Maybe you can
opinion,
put maybe B.
like,
Like
I, yeah, like it's like a B C. Like I'll say, you guys. So like I'll put it B just because like if you are a big, I feel like it is a badge that you do need. Like
yeah, for sure.
but like
I just
obviously
give
you
it a
guard
C in
builds.
general, just because there's especially for 5v5, there's 5 people on the court. You're probably gonna only have 2 people
Yeah,
that
there's
use
a
it.
lot of builds that don't need it, is what I will
Yeah.
say. But for you power forwards, you centers, maybe even lockdown, like if like probably not, but like if you had extra points and you wanted to throw it on something, you could. But for you bigs, power forwards, and centers that get rebounds and throw the break, that's why I'll put it B tier. So moving into C now, what do you think we start C off with?
Um, special
Timer,
delivery. I would
special
probably
delivery.
put special delivery. Yeah, special delivery here, just because it works. You know what I mean? It's not a completely like useless badge. If
So special
and the
delivery
way
is
this
like the
game
flashy
is,
passes that gives you more like
flashy
takeover,
passes,
right?
lobs. So like
Oh,
I'll put
it's
this
lob
at a
also. Okay.
Yeah, so I put this at a C tier badge just for the basic fact that like just how this game is, the way the game is this year, you can throw lobs and there's a lot of contact lobs in this game, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like if you have somebody with like badges like aerial wizards, which we'll get into in another video, which
So this falls
helps you
under
catch
like, does
lobs.
this fall under Lob City Passer? Like, is it like
Yeah,
combined
yeah,
this year?
yeah, same thing.
Okay. So yeah,
So
I can
this
see where
boosts
you're
your
going.
takeover OD, and this also ups the team takeover like it's done every year. So like if like this isn't like a badge that's a necessity,
But it's a
but like
nice
if
one to
you kind
have.
of right, if you want to like get team takeover quicker and like kind of like be a team player, this is definitely like a team player
Yep.
type of badge.
Yep.
And I will say this year it's way that badge is way more useful than like what I would say like as a dimer or a
Yeah.
floor
Yeah.
general as of
Yeah.
right now.
I agree. So okay, moving on with C tier. Any other badges that we feel like join C tier here?
Mismatch expert. I'll say mismatch expert.
Mismatch. So yeah, obviously like last year, mismatch would probably be an S.
Right.
But this year,
Mismatch expert
what
would
is
be
C?
a S plus plus tier last year. This year it's so useless if you are already having the badge. What's the name of the badge? Killer combos,
The combos.
right? So mismatch expert is supposed to be basically a killer taller than you, which makes to me no sense because you're gonna like you just throw on killer combos, you're gonna get stuns on everybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
So just the fact that you need to have it on to stun people bigger than you just makes no sense to me when you're already getting stuns on everybody on the court with killer combos. So I put this at C and not D just because of the fact that it works.
Mhm.
It's just not.
Right. All right. So we'll have that at C tier as well. Any other ones that you go C, or do we move on to D here?
Oh, I actually do have one more C tier
What do
badge.
you like?
I like ankle breaker here.
Ankle breaker.
Right. Yeah, this is just like another one of those badges. It's self-explanatory, obviously,
Right.
but I've only
You won't get many ankle breakers, but well, not that
right,
I've seen, but
right. I've actually seen a couple ankle breakers this year, but it's just not something that you need at all.
yeah.
I'm only putting this C tier and not D tier because it works.
Right.
So
Right.
just for
It's
the fact
great
that
when
it
it
works.
happens and you have
Right.
the badge, but don't expect to get an ankle breaker 90% of the time just because you have ankle breaker on.
The risk reward for this is not worth the having the badge at all.
Right. But again, this is one of those ones I think we agree. Like if you have some extra points, you can throw it on there. And if it comes to be effective in certain moments, then it comes to be effective in certain moments. Um, so moving forward, is that it for C, you think?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so D tier, obviously, guys, we're gonna finish off here. Dimer, floor general, and post playmaker. Curious on your opinion. I will say, like, I going into this, I wouldn't have thought that Dimer and floor general would have been a last tier badge. In your opinion, like, why do you feel like those are so low this year?
Well, Dimer doesn't even pop up this year. Like you make
Okay,
passes this year, Dimer doesn't even pop up. Right.
okay,
So, same thing with floor general. Like floor general, I don't think works either at all.
right. And it's pretty easy to shoot this year. So
Right.
it's like I don't know how effective like having those on is helping you guys green shots. So like
Yeah, this is like, I
if you
mean,
need dimer or floor general
you
to
could
shoot,
say
then you have bigger
you
issues.
right. And another thing, like like with Dimer not working at all, like I guess you can put like floor general like borderline D. Like maybe you can put it C if you're like you know what I mean. But those three badges is a badge that I don't think is a necessity
If
on
you
any
were gonna
build.
put one on though, you would say floor general over dimer.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
And then
Dimer is
obviously
completely
guys like to
useless.
finish it off like post playmaker. We're not gonna get into that. Like we're just not gonna get into that. No, you don't need
Yeah,
post
the badge is
playmaker. So
trash.
yeah,
Like,
you don't need that. So this is gonna be our uh tier list for playmaking badges. Again, some of these can be adjusted depending on play style, archetype, position, etc. So, but this is our breakdown of what we feel like are some of the best playmaking badges in the game for you guys to have in our tier ranking. So, as always, guys, I appreciate the love and support. Leave a like, comment. Let me know, some of your guys' comments below what you guys feel like are some of the better playmaking badges or what you might change. As always, hit that sub button, turn those notifications on. I am going to be giving away, like I said in my past videos, some of you guys that have notifications on. I'm going to be picking some of you guys that comment first on my videos to give away some VC for you guys for 2K23. You guys all know it's crazy expensive to upgrade your player this year, so I'm sure a lot of you guys could use some VC. So you guys that are showing love and being consistent on my videos, If you comment first and you're one of the first people, I'm going to put you into a pool of people that have a chance to win some VC for 2K23. But this is the end of the video. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to my boy Greens for helping out with the video as well. I'm going to leave his info in the description below if you guys want to follow him. As always, guys, appreciate the love, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.